Welcome to Workout Anywhere. We are Team Rundle Fit, and I'm Coach Justin Rundle.
And I'm Coach Jessica Rundle.
And today we're going to take you through our exclusive Rundle Fit dynamic warm-up. So it's been a principle and kind of backbone to our workout programs that we want all of our clients and members to start out with a thorough dynamic warm-up. And that's different than static stretching in the past, where people hold their arms or legs to stretch out the muscle fiber, and this is actually warming up with movement. It's the preferred method. It actually helps prevent injuries. It improves range of motion, flexibility, and it's actually a good tool for total body strength and core strength. So if you're new to working out, this is actually the perfect beginner warm-up, and we actually recommend, if this is a challenge, doing it for a week or 2 weeks before you progress to our weekly workouts. But to begin, let's start with jumping jacks. So Jessica's gonna do jumping jacks 10 to 12 times. I'm gonna do stationary jacks. This is very low impact. So we're gonna do seal jacks next. Again, 10 to 12 times. I'm doing stationary jacks. Jessica's doing the seal jacks. And we're doing that 10 to 12 times. Same thing, getting the whole body moving. All right, next she's gonna do crossover skips. So same concept there. I'm keeping it stationary, making it so anyone can pretty much do this exercise, and it's just low impact again. All right, Jessica's gonna do pogo jumps 10 to 12 times again, and I'm just doing calf raises. So it's basically to get your ankle mobility and range of motion in your ankles, getting the ankles warmed up. Okay, squats. Now this is the foundational move for a lot of our exercises, but we have versions that everyone can do. And if you can't do squats, you're gonna do them from a chair. So it's very important that whether you're squatting like Jessica or like me, you're standing up through your heels, sitting back through your heels, bring your hips all the way through, and everyone sits back into a chair. So you should be able to do this exercise. If not, we'll show you a variation later on that will be helpful, but everyone should be able to do these exercises. Okay, next we're gonna do gate swings. So for this exercise, you're gonna do it 10 to 12 times, but for the beginner, just stay with the squats or the chair squats. This is an exercise where Jessica's actually hopping into a squat, her feet are opening up like a gate would swing open, and she's landing on her heels 10 to 12 times. Good, okay, now we're moving on to the floor. The floor exercises, we're just doing one version, and actually everyone can do these exercises. And if they're a challenge, that's a good thing, because this is gonna be great for your core strength and actually your total body strength. So first exercise, hip bridges. Jessica's doing 10 to 12 hip bridges, and she's actually pushing through her heels, she's pushing her hips up, she's actually incorporating her glutes, hamstrings, abdominals, and lower back. Basically, it's kind of a total body exercise. She's doing this 10 to 12 times. Next, she's gonna move right into the single leg hip bridge. Same exercise, now you have more core stability, your core is more actively engaged because you're unbalanced, and she's doing this 10 to 12 times on each leg. Good job, Jessica. Awesome. Good. And one thing too with a lot of our exercises, pretty much all of our exercises, we want you to learn core control. So actually what she's doing is she's keeping her core tight and together. Imagine if someone was about to, unfortunately maybe hit you in the stomach or something, you would actually clench your abdominals together. And that's actually a perfect move to keep your core tight but in control, and it's actually a way to prevent injury. Okay, now Jessica's actually gonna do leg raises. She's doing front leg raises. She's doing 10 to 12 on each leg. This is great for loosening up her hamstrings. It's great for actually loosening up her lower back, and she's breathing out every time she's coming up. So we're always gonna breathe out with exertion during our workouts. Same with the warm-up, you're always wanting to breathe. Breathing's huge for any kind of body movement. Good job, Jessica. Nice job, putting a clinic on this warm-up.
Oh, yeah.
Good. Okay. So now that her hamstrings are feeling warmed up, she's actually gonna lay on her side, and she's doing side leg raises. So to do this correctly, Jessica's actually pointing her hip inward, and she's pointing her toe downward, trying to lead with her heel. And she's activating, basically, this is a great hip exercise, hip mobility exercise. She's doing 10 to 12 of these, and then she's gonna do actually the inside leg raise. So the inside leg raise gets to kind of the whole hip adductor group, the inside of your thighs basically, and she's doing 10 to 12 of these to kind of really build up the range of motion, improve her flexibility with movement though. Good, now she's doing just the opposite side. 10 to 12 again. She's still keeping her core tight even though you can't tell in this position, and she's breathing out with every single leg raise. Nice, now the inside leg raise, good job. So basically, when in doubt, 10 to 12 of all these exercises. Okay, so this is a great one for your lower back. It's called Superman. You've probably seen this in yoga. And actually, it's just kind of the ultimate counterbalance to training your abdominals. So now she's really emphasizing her lower back strength and the mobility. And this is just kind of one of the key movements to this warm-up. So this is called the Superman. So again, she's doing that 10 to 12 times. Next exercise is the alternating Supermans. So she's alternating left arm with right leg, right arm with left leg. So this is a great cross-body movement. It's still targeting your lower back, and it's basically just a game changer for your lower back strength and overall core strength. Good work. Okay, next is called the bird pointer. So if it looks kind of like a hunting dog, that's what it's described after. And you're basically just crossing your body again, targeting your lower back, and it's good for your overall core. Left leg is shooting out, right arm is shooting out at the same time, and you're coming in and crunching together. And she's gonna do 10 to 12 of these each side. Good work. That looks textbook, Jessica.
Thank you.
Awesome. Nice job. Good. Next is called fire hydrants. So I bet you can imagine what this is named after. So this is a great way to improve, again, core strength. And core strength is not just about your abdominals, and it's not just about your lower back. It's actually also your hips too. So this is a great movement to improve your hip stability, hip strength, hip range of motion. And over the past years, I mean, we've worked with a lot of people that work in the office space, and a lot of times their hip, basically range of motion, is shortened and pretty poor. So this is a great way to improve that and kind of counter that. Now Jessica's doing the rotating a fire hydrant. So she's kicking straight back and coming around into a fire hydrant. Good, this is again great for range of motion. And she's gonna do the other side. And generally you're gonna do 10 to 12 of each of these. And basically we just want you to be at a sweat before you work out. So doing these movements is gonna be the perfect kind of foundation for our workout program. And if this feels too difficult for you, you should try to do it for a week or two before transitioning into our weekly workouts. So now Jessica's just reversing the rotation. She's swinging out into the fire hydrant and then kicking back. So kind of just the opposite movement. You feeling warm yet? You look warm. Nice job. Good, and then from the same position, she's gonna do side leg raises. So this one's gonna feel challenging because it's not really a movement that most people are accustomed to, but it's actually a great strength builder, core builder. Nice job. And that's it for the warm-up. So, just remember to always do your warm-ups. And now that Jessica's obviously out of sweat, we can do the workout.
Nice and warm, you can see it works.
Awesome.
So yeah, we'll see you guys at the workout.